Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wrestling Conference. I'm Dwayne.
I'm 6-star Jeff now. I'm a wrestling machine.
Thank you for watching the Wrestling Conference. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, let you know when a new Wrestling Conference drop. Please comment below. Let us know what you think. Jeff, what do you think about this week's wrestling?
No, it was great. It was great. Like, even AEW, if that's your cup of tea, it looks like they were putting on some solid matches.
Yeah. Let's get right into it. I don't even know what to start with because it was such a good week.
Well, Dwayne, I think we should just start with the beginning of the week, Monday Night Raw, and I think it's the biggest event happened on that show.
I mean, we could go right into it. I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeff. Actually, watching the ending, the 5 minutes of Raw,
Yeah.
it gave me goosebumps.
Oh no, Dwayne, me too. Like, that's funny. After Jay won and he was celebrating in the crowd, I just turned away from the show, and I was like, oh, that was kind of disappointing. I was expecting the Wyatt 6, and then suddenly the lights start going out, and then the rest is history.
Oh no, Jeff! I was sitting there watching after Jay won. I looked at the time. I'm like, yo, we got like 5 more minutes. They got to come out, and then lights went out. We hear the dongs. I guess you can call her Abigail the Witch. Abigail the Witch came out.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't even get that. I didn't put two and two together.
Oh, Jeff, I did.
She's Sister Abigail, huh? That makes sense.
No, not Sister Abigail. Abigail the Witch.
Abigail the Witch.
These are Braves Wyatt puppets come to life.
All the puppets. That's right. Yeah.
So the first person we saw was Abigail the Witch. Then the second person we saw was Rambling Rabbit.
Rambling Rabbit.
And then after that we saw what's his name? The Buzzard.
Oh, the Buzzard. Yeah.
I forgot what they called him. And then after that, we saw Huskus the Pig. And then after that, we saw a laid out, bloody Chad Gable.
That's right.
And then the man of the hour, Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy.
Jeff, all I can say that it was amazing. The massacre.
No, yeah.
Behind the scenes, the production of it, him coming out, it was amazing, Jeff. I sat there and I was like in goosebumps.
No, I mean,
amazing it was.
They did an excellent job. Like you're doing, it got me super invested. It was disturbing. It definitely got me fired up.
It's one of those questions though. With such a huge debut, could they follow it up?
Oh, absolutely. Like, God, I don't want to be pessimistic or anything, but
yeah, I try not to sit there like you give us a moment. I don't want to nitpick. I don't want to be like, oh, yo, they got to top what they did every week. Every week they got to top it. I think it's one of those things where they made a statement.
Yeah.
They told everyone we here, and I think that was their job.
No, absolutely. I don't expect backstage massacres every Monday. No, that's it's gonna lose its luster. But I expect some reasonable follow up. Like Raw should be on guard, for example. Like,
I'm glad you said that because SmackDown was on guard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
SmackDown had security everywhere.
Yeah, things like that. Chad Gable should be asking questions, even if it's a heel. Like,
but the thing
why
is,
did you do this to me?
If he was following the QR codes, he was one of the targets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
He was one of the targets. So what I'm thinking, what the Y6 is that they have specific targets.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. They go in, I guess what I think, I don't know, this is just my assumption. I think what they're doing, they targeting people who basically fell off their path.
Interesting. I like. All
So
right.
if you think about it, Chad Gable was all about thank you and all the other stuff. He fell off.
Yeah.
Now he went to a whole different place.
Mm-hmm. A dark place.
Like,
yeah.
I guess they probably targeting people who fell off the road of where they're supposed to be going.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I think Gable was the target, and I think they have targets, and I think Gable was one of them.
Yeah.
We just don't know who the others that they're going to go after. But all I can say is that was amazing. I can't even wait to see what they do next. And that was just the tip of the iceberg of the week of wrestling.
No, absolutely. You know, it should be the running storyline on Raw. Like everybody should be asking questions, even if they're cutting promos on other wrestlers or like, you know, having other feuds. This should be in the background, always lurking.
It's one of those things where it's like you have to watch your back now.
Yeah.
You got this entity that's out there in the back. Don't know where he can pop up at. Even though I like the fact that it's not supernatural, it's like real. It's based on reality. It's based on reality. So I kind of like that. You don't have to go with the whole lights turn off, lights turn on. No, we disappearing, and I don't want none of that. I want them as a group, and they come as a group, or they go as individuals taking out people.
No, yeah, definitely. And their motives should be very clear. Eventually, like we shouldn't be, you know.
Leading up to that, we should find out why they here.
Yeah.
What's their goal?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And stuff like that. So I'm very interested in that. But like I said, that was just the tip of the week. That was the opening week of wrestling. Not just that, Uncle Howdy returned. Seth Rollins returned.
Oh yeah, on that very same episode, it got overshadowed, but Seth returned.
Seth Rollins returned. Damian Priest stepped up. This is what I think Damian Priest needed. Because ever since he won that championship, it's been kind of bad for me. I didn't like the direction that they was going. It still felt like it was more comic with the Judgment Day and R-Truth and stuff. But I think after that Drew match, it opened my eyes to Damian Priest.
Oh no, absolutely. You know, like unfortunately, he hasn't wrestled somebody who can fully put him over and like put him on the map. You know, like how Austin had Brett, for example. Yeah. Damian hasn't wrestled those kind of wrestlers yet. Like he beat Jey Uso, and it was a cool match. But you know, Jey Uso still needs work as well. Totally. He still needs to be solidified.
But so I like the fact that he stepped up and he actually challenged Seth Rollins.
That's right, yeah.
So he's like, all right, cool. You don't think I'm one of the best? I'm gonna show you that I'm one of the best, and I'm going to be the best. And the only way to beat the best is you gotta beat Seth Rollins.
That's
the
right.
person who made the World Heavyweight Championship prestigious.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of cool. I'm definitely looking forward for that on Monday.
Yeah, the follow up, definitely.
Trying to think what else. There's so much this week.
I mean, you know, I don't want to jump ahead, but obviously we might see the fallout of Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, even though that stuff happened on SmackDown. They're both Raw superstars, right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's great storytelling. It's great storytelling. I love it.
No, no. I mean, WWE's definitely picking up steam again. Like I was kind of down on the product during the King of the Ring and the Clash of the Castle build-up. I thought those were very, very lackluster. A lot of filler, in my opinion. Not Vince terrible, but not must-see TV either.
I mean, it's one of those things where you just came off a high month of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Big build-up to it. So it's like once that you get high, now it's going to go down.
But I mean, you know, Backlash was the exception, though. Like, I love the build-up to that. Even the simple AJ versus Cody feud.
I mean, yeah, but it's always like that, though. It's always going to be like that. It starts off high and it's going to go low. Just like when it's going into a SummerSlam, it's going to be high and it's going to be low because you got to understand, after a big pay-per-view, a new story.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not going to be a new story and it's going to be high. It starts off, all right, we just left off on a banger. Now we're going to go back down, build up a story up. Then that's basically how it goes.
No, yeah.
But I'm definitely looking forward for the Drew McIntyre CM Punk. Really get into a little bit of that.
Yeah.
We get there. Jey Uso was the first qualifying. Jey Uso was the first qualifying for the Money in the Bank. I don't know.
That's exciting as well. You know, Money in the Bank.
Oh,
obviously, whoever wants that contract.
So it's Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade.
Yeah. Oh, really? Andrade. Oh.
Yes. All those are the three that qualify for Money in the Bank.
All right.
Very interesting. I guess we see what happens between who is it? Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, and little Chad Gable. I don't know how he's gonna beat those two big guys. He just came from a massacre. Now he gotta fight two big guys.
You know what? I think since the outcome is so obvious, I think Chad's gonna weasel his way into a victory.
We see what happens. You still got Judgment Day beefing with Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Never know. See what happens.
I like that match.
Let's go in a little bit of NXT.
Oh, whoa. NXT. I mean, the forbidden doors continue to open. And at this point, Dwayne, I feel like they're wide open.
I mean, it's one of those things where what's the line go? Say his name, and
That's exactly what happened.
Like, holy crap! That was like one of the biggest pops on NXT. Joe Hendrick has showed up in TN. I mean, I'm about to say TNA, NXT. I'm digging the partnership. Whatever they're doing, I'm digging it, and I want to see more.
No, you can't even. Nobody can argue against it. It's awesome all around.
Like that was amazing seeing Kaz, Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah, man, you got the Elite Hunter, Frankie Kazarian. He was in an NXT ring.
Like seeing that was amazing. That Battle Royal was amazing. Evans winning, I'm okay with it, but him versus Drake at Heatwave, not a fan.
Okay, so you think it's a little flat, Dwayne?
I don't like good guy versus good guy. I don't like it. It's not compelling to me.
Yeah.
It's not compelling, and it's one of those things where it's like I really don't want to see it.
I think my issue with the matchup is that it's pretty predictable. You know, Evans isn't gonna win that.
Yeah.
But however, the silver lining is that if the match is awesome, it'll put him on the map.
Oh yeah. But there's one match I'm very looking forward to. Where I think it might be a squash match: Obafemi versus Wesley for the South American Championship.
Dang, Dwayne. Would put Wesley down.
No, because Obafemi, he's on a rise. This dude is undefeated, never lost.
No, yeah, like undefeated. You know, all those matches have been great. Like I'm just a fan of him demolishing things.
Yes, and I need to see more.
And he's a good promo.
Oh yeah. NXT was great. I can't wait to see more crossover with TNA. See how that goes. We did talk about before we recorded and stuff like that. That could there be a possibility of what is it called? What's the pay-per-view? The NXT pay-per-view.
Oh, Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide. Is there a possibility that they can do a Worlds Collide between NXT and TNA?
I think if they were to like truly cross over with another promotion, that would be the first one.
Like, I think that would be amazing. But I don't know if that's just spitballing. We don't know if it's true or not. It's not true or anything. It's just something to throw out there. Jeff, you want to speak on AEW?
I cannot do it because I didn't bother watching it.
What?
No, yeah, I didn't even have it on in the background.
Jeff, to be honest with you,
No, I mean, no, I try not to be biased, but I lost interest in it.
Jeff, and I think a lot of people lost interest in it too.
Yeah, it was one of the lowest rated episodes, right?
Dynamite, one of the lowest rated episodes in AEW history.
Trying to read the
And
results right now.
the developmental have beaten AEW. That's what Chris Jericho calls them, the developmental. And not just that they beat them twice.
No, this is my speculation. NXT is just more exciting at the moment. I'm not going to even include all of WWE. I'm just going to focus on NXT. It's more exciting than Dynamite.
Jeff, it's been exciting for a couple of months.
Yeah, like we got a brand new charismatic champion with Trick Williams. We saw his journey from the bottom to the top right now. That was awesome. That's compelling television. That keeps you invested. We have a whole bunch of other guys in the background trying to cement themselves in WWE. Like, Evans, Wesley continues to do great work. Gallus is always lurking. Chase U, tried and true. Who else? Oh, who I'm a fan of in NXT? Dempsey.
Oh.
I like his new gimmick. he's very unsettling.
And we also talked about this before. Like one of my favorites right now, and she actually progressed a lot, was Last Legend.
Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right. Yeah, even her journey.
She even got way better in the ring. You can even give it to Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Her being the top heel female champion and still like holding it down.
She's excellent too. She went from top face to top heel.
And on top of that, there's so many great women that's up and coming that wants the NXT championship and the NXT Women's North American Championship. So
yeah, now Kelani, for example, I remember when she was a Super Junior rookie. Now she's holding a title. She's the first holder of this belt. That's an honor in itself. So it's exciting to watch. In contrast, unfortunately, in my opinion, in AEW, you have a lot of the same guys from the beginning, 2019, still in the exact same spots. Yeah. Like, how many times can I watch Best Friends versus Dark Order, for example?
Oh my goodness.
That was the main event on every other Rampage.
Nah, to me, it's just that it's not. It's like everything involved. It's not just one thing. It's everything involved. How can you get the casual to watch AEW? Like for a person who's been watching wrestling since the age of 5.
Yeah.
Like I grew up on WWF. I didn't watch WCW. I only watched WCW probably the first hour before Raw. Because WCW came on at 8, Raw came on at 9. So I watched AEW. I watched WCW for like an hour.
Yeah.
So I watch wrestling, but it's just that coming off from watching WWE and how they are story based, it's just that AEW doesn't have that, and I understand that they stick with just wrestling and stuff like that. But you can't just have straight wrestling and not story. Just that you just can't have story and not wrestling. It just don't make sense.
It makes no sense. Like, sometimes WWE gets way too much criticism about the stories and whatever, even though they have awesome wrestling anyway, regardless.
Yeah.
But no, AEW is like paper thin, and unfortunately, whenever they do try to make some sort of story, it always falls short and like unfulfilling. Like, for example, the whole Undisputed Kingdom thing. Like I think they spent almost an entire year building up to that.
Jeff, what they should have done is that if you have MJF take out Adam Cole, why is MJF not feuding with Roderick Strong? Why is MJF not feuding with the Undisputed Kingdom?
I mean,
like their leader. Why is he not feuding with them? He's feuding with Roosh. No disrespect to Roosh, Well, why is he not feuding with Undisputed Kingdom?
It was like an entire year's worth of storyline thrown away. It didn't matter, Dwayne. It was nonsense.
And that could have been a storyline right there that could have had people interested because he's continuing the story between him and Adam Cole. It's continuing. But
no, I mean, Dwayne, you're absolutely right. Like, why wouldn't he want to take out Roddy and all those guys now? Like, they made his life hell.
Yeah.
And not to mention, like, but the stable flopped way before that.
Like my thing with AEW is because, like I said, grew up on WWE. The wrestling is not the problem.
No, not at all.
They put on great wrestling every week, fantastic matches every week. But then when people watch that every week, they go, "Okay, what else? All right, we know you have great wrestling. What's the story?
Yeah.
How can you get me invested? Can you get someone invested in this in a match? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the card right now, Dwayne, the one that just passed on Dynamite, and it features an 8-man all-star tag team, quote unquote. It has all these excellent wrestlers in it, and for some reason, I feel like I've watched this a million times before, and I should like it. It features Zack Sabre Jr. and Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, and for some reason, Dante Martin with his stop-start pushes. But for some reason, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to seek it out. And looking at it makes me sleepy.
Like, I'll give you a thing that's I like about it is that one thing I don't like how they use an Okada. But the second thing I do like, he's entertaining as hell. So it's like,
so you're mixed up.
I don't like how they're using him. I don't like the position that he's in, but he's entertaining. He's funny.
So he's knocking his role out of the park, but you wish he had a better role.
Yes, because that's not the Okada that I've been watching for years. That's not the Okada that I was introduced to. That's not who I was introduced to. And I didn't watch Collision, but I heard that he put on one of his worst matches.
No, I read about that too.
So I'm like, I don't know, but hopefully one day, someday, AEW would like sit there and get their heads out of their butts and be like, yo, we need to change something. We have the wrestling. It's there. Give us the story. Give us the journey. Make us care about these matches.
No, Dwayne, like, if they could get that together, and then we see like those 5-star matches as a culmination of like a 6-month feud or something, it'd be perfect.
All right, so let's get into story. And this is why I want to come back to this. CM Punk came back in Chicago.
That's right.
At Survivor Series. CM Punk came back that Monday, or was it the week after? I think he came in the week after. And he basically said what he said. He's happy to be home, this and this, blah, 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 blah. Drew McIntyre calls him a hypocrite. That's the beginning of the story.
That's right, yeah.
Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, that he does not like CM Punk. He thinks CM Punk is a hypocrite. Everything he said is a hypocrite. Everywhere he goes, he basically, all he does is, if he can't have his way, he's going to run away.
Yeah.
Or he's going to do something to sabotage the business and stuff like that. And that was basically how the story began, right? So the story began, let's go fast forward to WrestleMania. He sat there and was basically poking at the bear. He was saying, I'm going to do something. Because basically, no, let's go back to Royal Rumble. He basically injured CM Punk. And he bragged about injuring CM Punk. He said he prayed on injuring CM Punk.
That's right. You wanted it to happen.
And he said he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship for CM Punk, something that he could not do. And he sat there. He won it. He shoved it in his face. And CM Punk sat there and cost him the World Heavyweight Championship. And not just that, he did it twice. So that's continuity. That's the story. And then on top of that, fast forward to Friday, he comes out in CM Punk's hometown, leave him in the bloody pulpit. That's story. That's continuity. That's continuing the storyline. That's how you get people in.
No, 100%, Dwayne. There was a lot of back and forth. Continuity was tight, and hardly any wrestling was performed.
And I give you this, Jeff. I give you this one. Fans, to be honest with you, shouldn't even care about this. They should not care. Why? They didn't touch.
I mean,
they didn't have a match. Jeff, CM Punk is here, then he's not here. He's not here. Drew is here every week.
Mm-hmm.
Fans should be like, I don't care about this. Why should we care? This is stupid. He's not even here. Jeff, no one says nothing. Because they know when they do come together, it's going to be magic.
That's right. The story's selling it.
It's the story, and Jeff, they didn't touch.
Yeah, no, we don't see Drew McIntyre doing 450s off a scaffold or anything like that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you can have the wrestling. You can have the 5-star wrestling, 6-star, Jeff. You can have all of that. But it's just that you got to have the story that goes into it to draw people in. Yeah. Not just the wrestling. The wrestling is there. You have it. Give us the story to go with it.
No, 100%. Give us the drama.
Not just speaking of Punk and Drew, Jeff, the Bloodline story continues. It's been 4 years.
It's like a novella.
It's been 4 years of the Bloodline story.
No, yeah, sometimes I just call SmackDown Friday Night Bloodline.
You should. You should.
And I don't even mean that as a criticism.
Like, you should. Paul Heyman deserve a freaking Oscar for his drama.
It should get an Emmy.
He should get an Emmy. He should get an Emmy for that. His drama performance. He goes, "Hey, Punk, I need you to do me a favor." And what's that favor, Punk? When you leave, take me with you.
That was so pathetic. It made me laugh.
That's crazy. And then on top of that, he goes. Solo tells him, like, "Oh, can't wait to when Roman comes back." When Roman ran things, it wasn't the way that it was. He had standards, he had structure. There were certain people he wouldn't touch, and there's certain people he would touch, but he would do it in a different manner, other than what Solo's doing it. And Solo would say, "You know what? Roman ain't coming back. Sorry." So my thing is this, Jeff. This is me thinking in the wrestling world, in the wrestling story. What happened? The reason why Roman's not there, well, to be honest, like I said, in the wrestling world universe, not the reality, because we know he made a movie, but in the wrestling world universe, imagine the Tongans and Solo is the one that took out Roman. That's the reason why he's not here.
Oh, so it happened off screen?
Yes, and Jeff, just by Solo saying that he's not coming back, but he keeps saying by the tribal chief. Like, what? If Roman's not coming back, who's giving you the orders?
I mean, this is one of those instances where being predictable is a good thing because we all know it's The Rock.
Yeah. But it's just how they doing it though.
Yeah.
It's just how they do. It's the little clues that they put out there. Just like when a few months ago, Paul Heyman was like, "Who? Like what did he say? It's just like who's the tribal chief?
Yeah.
Like who's the tribal chief or something like that." But Jeff, the story just keeps continuing, and for some reason, Solo keep adding people.
Oh, I mean, obviously, and the most dangerous people that not even Roman wanted contact with.
The werewolf Samoan. The Samoan werewolf, sorry.
That's right.
One of the most dangerous Samoans, Jacob Fatu, is now part of the Bloodline.
That's right. One of the most controversial wrestlers. Obviously, for years, there were rumors that WWE wouldn't touch him.
No, No. I mean, this certain is interviews where he said he had to change his life around.
Yeah.
He knew he couldn't get to where he wanted to be because the way things was happening to his life and the things that was going around him. So he had to change his ways, and people were looking from far at how is he? Is he on a straight line? But Jeff, we thought the way they brought up the Tongans, we thought they was the worst.
Yeah.
We thought they was the most dangerous. No, it's Jacob Fatu.
I mean, you know, we had Corey and Wade tell us.
Like it was like it's crazy, Jeff. It's crazy.
No, I mean, it's definitely surreal seeing him on SmackDown. Very surreal. Never, you know, like I never thought I'd see the dick.
Jeff, I don't know what Triple H is cooking, but Jeff, he brought out 2 bangers of a show this week. He gave us Raw, and he gave us SmackDown.
No,
That's
the road to SummerSlam, Dwayne. And
that's crazy. He gave us 2 debuts: the Wyatt family and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
And the way they ended it, like I don't know. Like I said, I was paying attention. I paid attention to the details, and what I saw, Jeff, was when Jacob Fatu was putting up the ones next to Solo. Tamatanga and what's his name again? Tangaloa. They looked hesitant. They was looking at Jacob Fatu like, hey, we wasn't aware he was going to be here.
Because he's more dangerous than them.
All that?
This man does backflips.
Yes. Not that he just does backflips. Jeff, he does everything.
He does everything.
This man could do everything. He can fly and he can be on the ground.
Yeah. No, I can't wait till he's able to demonstrate what he's capable of in front of the WWE universe.
Oh,
that's what I can't wait for.
Oh, Jeff, I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait for Friday.
Yeah, especially Friday.
What they cooking? I'm loving it. It's smelling good. It's smelling good.
That's right. Everybody's eating good.
Everyone's eating good. It's good. I'm Jeff. I'm even loving the freaking Money in the Bank. Chelsea Green.
Yeah, Chelsea. That was surprising.
Is it a possibility she can win the Money in the Bank?
Never say never.
I don't know, Jeff. Like I said, I'm loving it. Triple H is cooking. This week of wrestling was amazing. Like NXT Raw was good. NXT was good. AEW needs to work. They need some work. SmackDown was amazing. I'm enjoying it, Jeff. I'm enjoying it.
No, me too. I mean, it just makes me want to run a 2K24.
Jeff, you want to add anything else before we go?
No, I think we covered everything, Dwayne. This was a 6-star week in wrestling.
Oh yes, it was. I enjoyed it. This was the best. This was the best week of wrestling. We end it here. Thank you for watching the wrestling conference. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, let you know when a new wrestling conference drop. Please comment below. What do you think of this week's wrestling? We had debut of the Wyatt family. We had Jacob Fatu.
TNA
crossover with NXT. Like this week was amazing. Can't wait. Summer of wrestling. I'm gonna put it as that. The summer of wrestling. Thanks for watching the wrestling conference. We out.
Wrestling.